Good morning, everybody. This is Trisha Turpinoff with Tiffany Cox, and this is Listen, Learn, and Leverage. This is where we expose your blind spots and help you grow your entrepreneurial business. So again, I have with me Tiffany Cox, who owns a marketing agent. She is your marketing expert. Good morning, Miss Tiffany.
Good morning. I'm excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just love what you do, and I'm so excited that you're here to talk about marketing because I, like you, believe that it is the cornerstone to everything that we do in our business. And so tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Oh, definitely. So, I own a full service marketing agency. I was in Colorado Springs. I am now in Chihuahua, Washington. Just made the move further north.
Exactly.
Further north, you know. But yeah, so I have a full service marketing agency. We do everything from logo design and branding to websites to social media and digital marketing. So, kind of the whole gambit. And we focus solely on small businesses. So, this is really exciting.
Absolutely. And so you focus on small businesses. So tell us a little more about how you help them and why you specialize in them.
Yeah. So, I really saw a gap in the market.
Mhm.
There's these big agencies that really focus on the big clients that have a lot of money. And
Right.
then there's the fly by nights that, are a little bit cheaper. They can get some stuff done, but they really can't give you that high end marketing strategy that all the small businesses need because they are really in the dark about what they need to do, how they can do it, and how they can leverage marketing to grow their business. So that's really why I specialize in small business because I wanted to help an audience that was totally underserved.
Oh my gosh. And I do think they're underserved. And what's funny is what I see in small businesses is that they will start their business and they go directly to marketing, which
Yeah.
marketing's super important, but you've got to get your brand and your voice in order to go to marketing. And so do you find that when people come to you, sometimes they're like, I spent all this money on marketing and it didn't work?
100%. 100%. Yes. So if their message is not clear and their marketing and their brand is not clear, like who they serve, they're not going to put
Right.
out the right message. And so they're not going to attract the clients that they're looking for, if any clients at all. So really getting that branding figured out first is key. And then you kind of go into I need to get clients, I need to really push myself, I'm really clear on my message. And now we can go and really hammer the streets, if you will.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so what kind of advice would you give people on, well, actually, I guess we just talked about that. You start with your brand and then you move into marketing.
Right, exactly. So you definitely start with your brand because you don't want to waste those dollars, right? Especially in small businesses, the dollars are extremely limited. And once you start a business, you really have this picture in mind of like how much money you can spend on your marketing. And if you waste all that money right in the beginning because that message is not clear, ooh, that could really make the difference between a
Yeah.
successful business and a business that goes out of business. Um, so
Yeah.
really, that's where we start is we take like a whole picture look at
Mm,
where you're at currently. Some
right.
clients come to me and they actually do have a really good brand and they really put some thought into who they want to serve. And so I'm like, well, you're actually ready to go. We don't need to do the whole branding piece because you've already got it pretty covered. And then we can go straight into the marketing piece. But definitely looking at everything objectively. And when they come, into this space, we're looking at every piece. We're looking at how they're doing on social media and what they're doing on social media, what their brand conveys to people, and all of those different pieces before we're like, okay, here's your personalized plan for you and how
Ooh,
you can go to market successfully.
I like that. I totally like that because there's so many pieces to being an entrepreneur and to being a successful one. You have to start with that strong foundation. I find I was talking to someone the other day and they're like, well, I've been dabbling in marketing. I'm like, whoa, like, do you have your brand down? They're like, well, no. I'm like, who do you serve? They're like,
Right.
well, or like, I love it when you talk to someone who is in like skincare and they're like, anyone with skin. It's like, no, not really.
No.
No,
Like, do
it's
you specialize in acne? Do you specialize in, you know, different types of skincare,
right,
eczema, or are you a dermatologist? Are you an esthetician? It's totally different
right.
markets for even just skin, you know?
Exactly. Because it could be for skin over 50 or skin under 20, that, all of
Mm-hmm.
that. And so
Exactly.
is that why you created a marketing agency so you could go from A to Z with them?
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I actually used to work for other marketing agencies, and,
Mm,
just working for them, I kind of learned the ropes a bit about how you can market to a corporate audience. And then I switched gears
mm.
to another agency that was more small business focused. And it was just, oh my gosh, it's totally different. The way you market for a corporate company is so different
Oh,
than when you market for a small business. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many people that take these corporate tactics and the shoulds, right? We get a lot of, you should be on this platform and you should be on that platform and you should do this thing. And a lot of times it doesn't apply to your industry or your business. And it's just a waste of
right.
time and money.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, then I love that you do that because then they can go with you just every step of the way.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense. Well, and so for the small business owner that's out there that's super confused about marketing and just turned upside down and doesn't know what to do, what would be your best advice for them?
I would start with, who do you serve? And really
Mm.
create that statement. I help blank do blank by doing blank. Really get clear on what you do, who you serve, how you serve them. And that way you can actually start to look at what channels are they hanging out on. So, like, if you're business to business, like I'm business to business, LinkedIn is my jam.
Yeah,
LinkedIn is my jam because that's where people go to do business with other business owners.
totally.
If you're like a consumer brand or you have an e-commerce store and you sell a product, Facebook, Instagram is going to be your big thing. LinkedIn, you're not going to sell something cute and fun on LinkedIn. Right? It's a little bit too professional for that. So you don't have to have a platform on everything, just depending on what your industry is. But yeah, definitely start with that. Who do I serve? How do I serve them? What's my target market? And then you can start to pare down, where are they hanging out? That's what I like to say, is where are they hanging out and how do I get my message to them where they're hanging out? So
That's, yeah, that is so perfect. Well, and what would you say to someone who that you're working with and you're talking about them niching down and they're scared? They're
yeah.
frightened to niche down because they think they're going to miss people. What would you say to them?
So I would say that it's actually easier and you will find more people when you niche down. So like, if you say I serve everyone, your message is unclear. So you can't attract those people that you want to actually work with if your message is not clear as to who you serve. And what's interesting, even though it's a niche, there's so many people. Like
Oh,
it doesn't really matter what you niche down to. There's going to be enough of the slice of the pie to go around for everybody, especially because
oh,
the energy that you put out vibes with your people, if that makes sense. It's a little
exactly.
woo woo, but your energy attracts the people that you jive with. So
It's really true. I mean, my personality jives with a lot of people, but then there are people that think I'm a little too big, and that's okay. I mean,
right, yeah,
that's how it goes. But for me, my niche is totally, and I will niche it down to I serve women and e-women who are speakers, authors, and coaches, and they're generally above 40 and they are up leveling. Like they're getting a new website, they're getting themselves on stages, they're investing in themselves in all arenas. And that seems to be the woman who hires me.
yeah,
And those are totally my people. And what's funny is that's what I'm doing.
yeah.
Those are the things that I'm up leveling too. Like I bought a booth at eWomen conference and, I'm part of their platinum group. And I believe that niching down, it seems small, but still you're right. It's very large.
Right, exactly. And you don't have to go like super tailored. I mean, even what you just described is pretty broad. I mean, there's tons of
Yeah.
coaches out there. And
Oh,
like what I do, small business, I mean, come on. Yeah,
right.
you could totally niche it down even more.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
for me, I could niche down to a specific industry, and there's a lot of marketing
Right.
companies that do that for sure. But of course, I'm a little bit ADD, so I kind of like the variety. I'm like, oh, today I get to work with a massage therapist, and tomorrow I get to work with a plumber. You know,
There's
I
nothing
love the
wrong.
variety.
Totally. It expands your brain. It's just,
Hmm.
I love that. I love getting someone, because I do get people that are outside of speakers, authors, and coaches. And because we vibe, like you said, it's a vibe. And so it is interesting to work with different styles of people and do different things. And so, yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. And
Yes.
so with, with COVID kind of coming to an end, a lot of people have kind of been knocked on their bum. How do they, like, what would you say, how do they get back into their marketing?
Yeah. Yeah. So of course, like in the beginning of COVID, I said don't stop marketing, but in some industries, in some cases, that wasn't really an option for them. So right now it's time to like really ramp up. And I know a lot of business owners that are struggling with hiring. And so it's like focus on
Yeah,
the hiring, get that team ready, and then
right.
ramp up that
Mhm.
marketing and go forward, because people are ready. We've seen this a lot with
Oh,
the way that like construction's going right now and all these things where now we've got shortages of things because people are ready to do
oh,
stuff. So
absolutely. I know there are different shortages out there. I know that our apartment complex, they're retreading all of our stairs and they had to hold off for a few weeks because of the wood.
yes, they
Yeah,
couldn't get the wood.
right,
Like, oh
exactly.
my gosh.
And then like going to restaurants, if you're going depending on what time you're going, I mean, you're on a wait because people are out there again and they're
Yeah.
out there every way. People are looking for all of us. And so, yeah, I agree with that marketing. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So
exactly.
tell me, what delicious goodies are you giving away today to our audience?
Oh, yes. So I have a free 30-minute discovery call for everybody who's
Ooh,
listening today. So you can go to my website, tiffanycoxdesign.com. And I believe Trisha's going to put it in there
yep,
for you.
I just put it
Um, yeah, and just click the button that hits schedule a free discovery call, and we can really dive deep into, your industry and what we would do for you, because everybody's so different. Every business is so different, and your marketing should reflect you and your business. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, everybody, Tiffany Cox here. She is the queen of marketing. And I'm telling you what, that take advantage of that discovery call because you will not believe what she's got to tell you. So
Lots of
thank you.
juicy things in that discovery call we'll discover. That's why it's a discovery
I,
call.
exactly. I have no doubt. So yeah. Well, thank you again, Tiffany. And
Thank you.
congrats on the move again. And we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to Listen, Learn, and Leverage.